Hello guys, I am back for another video and today we're talking about what if Deku was a wendigo. So, in the last video, Deku, Izuku basically, danced with Bakugo on, last time. And also, Izuku actually, kissed Bakugo. Because of that, now they're actually lovers. But Kaminari saw this and basically told everybody. Then after that, they picked their hero names, which Izuku's hero name is Rudolph because, some of you guys didn't like. The only person that commented decided to make Izuku's hero name Rudolph, so yeah, that's going to be Izuku's hero name now. So, everything else happened until, how do I say it? Shigaraki literally, fell to the floor in in a battle between the heroes and some villains with weapons, which is weird to everybody because usually villains don't use weapons unless if they're like overcompensating or something like that. But but when Izuku saw like Shigaraki coughing up blood, and Izuku saw this weird rune on his neck, which has the symbol meaning death. And Izuku fought Konigiri, but Konigiri has the ability now to summon out these glowing two-handed axes. As Izuku saw well Alice. So yeah, after the whole fight, they gone back to UA and gone back to sleep. So let's talk about what happens next. So Izuku woke up in his dorm room. Izuku says, "Ugh, guess I'll start going to school." As Izuku feels something, Izuku takes off the blanket. As Izuku sees Bakugo sleeping right next to him, wearing nothing but her underwear. Izuku sees her chest as Izuku says, as Izuku starts a little bit nosebleeding, but Izuku didn't remember having any nosebleeds. But Izuku thinks, oh no. Izuku starts going off to the bathroom. As Izuku gets ready to go to school, as Izuku wakes up Bakugo, as she says, what is this, Izuku? Izuku says, wake up, it's time for the final exam. As she says, oh yeah, ah shit. As she looks at her chest, as she says, cover your eyes, Izuku. As Izuku says, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. As she says, just wait outside. So she got all of her clothes as she starts going with Izuku. So when they arrive, everybody is looking at Izuku as they're basically doing that smug smile, they're literally saying, what did you do last night? like that type of face. So when they started getting ready for the for the final exam, Izuku is paired up with Todoroki. So Todoroki asked Izuku, so I wanted to ask Izuku. Izuku says, what is it, Todoroki? They're basically in the in the locker room, by the way. So she basically pulls Izuku to the ground as she says, so are you dating Bakugo? Izuku says, what do you mean by that? As she says, well, Kaminari told us that you and Bakugo were kissing outside. As Izuku says, oh, yeah. And she says, why? Why were you doing that? Izuku says, well, I just, as she says, you, I told you. Izuku says, told me what? as she basically punches Izuku right in the face, like straight up punches him in the face, as she says, "You're mine, mine only." Izuku says, "What do you mean my yours?" As she says, "You're my property, and if you dare go with that girl ever again, I will punish you." Got that? As her eyes start turning, well, almost to like, well, heart eyes, Izuku says, "Oh no." So yeah, so after that whole talk, they start getting ready for, well, the for the final exam proper. So Izuku and Todoroki are going to be fighting, well, All Might. So All Might says, "Are you ready?" Izuku says, "Yep." As Todoroki says, "Yeah." As Izuku basically transforms into his Wendigo state, as All Might starts charging in at Izuku, as Izuku starts using his brand new, um well, leaper style, which I'm going to shorten because, well, I hate saying that word now. So Izuku starts using his leaper style, which he starts kicking, well, All Might, as Todoroki starts using her, well, fire side a little bit, while she creates, well, an iceberg, which Izuku thinks in his mind, well, I guess that kind of looks like a mine because, well, Izuku's, well, icebergs are basically larger. So Todoroki's is basically small as heck. So Izuku says, "Todoroki, here!" As Izuku basically, well, kicks, well, All Might to the ground. As Todoroki says, "Take this!" As Izuku basically, well, creates more ice, as also Todoroki, as it basically freezes, well, All Might. So they start walking to, well, to the finish line, as they see, well, All Might start like running at them full speed. Izuku says, "Oh crap!" As Izuku throws, well, Todoroki to, well, to the finish line, as Izuku starts running immediately because, well, that literally looks terrifying. Like, just imagine All Might in real life, like a really buff man smiling all the time, barreling to more. I meant, barreling towards you. Yeah, that would be terrifying. So Izuku starts running, like running on all fours, as Izuku transforms back into his, well, more humanoid form. So they made it, as the whole thing is finished. Everybody already did their turn, as Izuku goes back to, well, Bakugo, as Todoroki says, "Hey, Izuku." Izuku says, "Yeah, what is it, Todoroki?" As she says, "Come with me." As she's basically just grabs on Izuku's hand. Izuku says to Bakugo, "Alright, you can just, go into my room, Bakugo." As she says, "Oh, okay, Izuku." So, yeah. So, wait for a second, guys. So, Izuku was brought to, well, Todoroki's room. As she says, "Izuku, here." Izuku says, "A collar." As she says, "Put it on." As she basically brings out this, well, this flamethrower. As Izuku says, "What is going to do? Just burn me a little bit?" As she basically uses it, as it starts hurting him a lot. Because, well, if you didn't know, in Legend, well, the Legend of the Wendigo, one of the most famous, well, stories about the Wendigo is all about this man by the name of, uh, Onway, Uwei, uh, uh, anyway, Yue is basically, well, a famous, well, half god, I think, in Legend. He was basically told by some, like, villagers that they were attacked by Wendigos, or cannibals they want to be called. So yeah, the most effective way to kill a wendigo is basically well getting their heart and basically putting it in a really huge fire, and you had to make it really hot, like until like the heart is finally like gone. That's how you kill a wendigo. So Izuku was burned by the fire. Izuku says, "What the hell?" As she says, "I just realized, Izuku, that you're a wendigo, an actual one." How do you know this? As she says, "Well, when I used your fire, or at least my fire, it didn't even hurt you. Even my father's fire, which is the um most powerful type of fire, didn't even hurt you." Izuku says, "Yeah, but why did that fire hurt me?" She says, "Well, it turns out any fire that a quirk user uses on you doesn't hurt. But using fire that was made by, like, for say, a flamethrower or some natural fire made from just wood, well, it can definitely hurt you." Izuku says, "What are you gonna do to me?" Ashi says, "Well, I'm gonna make you my pet." Izuku says, "What do you mean by that?" Ashi says, "Well, I wanted to ask, could you marry me?" Izuku says, "Marry you? Why would you?" As she says, "Well, I want to get out of this horrible man's life, my father, and the only way to do that is, well, marrying somebody." But some of the suitors were, well, just lustful men wanting my body. So, I found, when I found you, well, I thought you were just another one of those lustful men. But I realized you're perfect for me. But it's even better that well, you have a ice quirk because you don't produce fire. I want you to be mine, Izuku." Izuku says, as, as she says, "If you don't want to, well, I'll tell everybody that you're a wendigo and also burn you alive. Got it?" Ah, shit. Wait for a second. Ash, as Izuku says, "Sure." As she says, "Wonderful." So, going to the bed. And this is going to be in 18 parts, so if you're sensitive to those types of, well, things, or you're still young, like about, well, like about 10 or something, but in my case, I'm technically 14. If you're like um above 18, you can still watch. So she starts going on top of Izuku as she says, "Oh, I've been waiting for so long. So much of this pent up, like, aggression. I wanted somebody for so long, and I found him. Now, can't wait for you to be mine." As she starts, well, start taking off Izuku's pants. As she starts taking off her shirt, and if you're, well, finally out of there, and, well, still younger than, well, about 10, get out, because, well, this is going to get even more spicy. But the 18, the above 18 type people, you can stay. So she starts taking off her bra as well, as she says, "You're going to be mine." As she starts licking down to Izuku's chest, and then reaching all the way to his crotch. As she starts taking off, well, his wiener. As she starts licking it a little bit, Izuku says, "Stop." As she says, I will not stop until you're mine. I will make you think of me and me alone. As she starts sucking on, well, Izuku's, well, tennis balls. As she starts sucking on them, Izuku says, please stop. As Izuku basically bursts, or she blows like that. So, as she says, ugh, that was so much. Now, as she starts taking off, well, her pants, and he, I mean, she shows Izuku something special. As she says, I'll claim you for my own, and nobody else will love you but me. You're going to be mine forever. If anybody touches you, I will kill them. As she starts putting it down onto, well, Izuku's wiener, as she says, that's so big, Izuku. Izuku says, stop, please. As she starts hopping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, Izuku says, stop, stop. As she says, you're mine, you're mine. As Izuku came, Izuku says, as Iz- Todoroki, why? As she says, you're mine, and mine alone, Todoroki, says Izuku. As she says, what is it, Izuku? Izuku says, why did you do this? And she says, I just asked. I already told you I love you. She basically comes into, well, come into, well, Izuku's, well, face, and basically says to Izuku, you're mine and mine alone. Got that? Any bitch that tries to get in the way of you and me will die. Got that? Izuku says, yes. As she says, good boy. Now, you can get out. And by the way, nobody else but me. Got that? Izuku says, yes. As Izuku closes the door, as she says, now, when we get older, our child is going to be beautiful, Izuku. So yeah, so I hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.